I think I'm better at driving than I am walking. Really, it's weird. Like, I have not hit anything or bumped into anything since I was a teenager learning how to drive. You know, every traffic accident I've ever been privy to, I was hit by somebody else. And I've only had 2 of those. So, for the most part, okay, 3. I've been rear-ended 3 times in 3 different vehicles. 2 were mine, 1 was for work. It happens. But literally, I was rear-ended, usually at intersections. But anyway, but when I think about what a klutz I am, I walk into things almost every day. Like, my entire life. This isn't like, oh my God, he's coming down with this disorder. No, I've always been this way. Bumping into things, crashing into things, misjudging things. You know, or my personal favorite is the flip-flop, where you do exactly the opposite of what you intended to do. For example, more than once I have taken a piece of candy out of a wrapper, thrown the candy in the trash, shoved the wrapper into my mouth, and then just kind of stood there for a moment going, "You boob, what is wrong with you?" And it concerns me when I do stuff like that. And then I get into the car, which is a, multi-thousand-pound vehicle of steel and plastic and destruction. And this is a murder weapon, folks, as we've definitely seen on the news a few times. And somehow I have managed to safely undertake thousands of journeys at speed. Because even in a small neighborhood, moving 30 miles an hour is not something you can achieve by running on your own 2 feet. We take for granted the fact that we regularly move at 40 miles per hour or 50 miles per hour, or we get onto that highway where we're definitely going above the recommended speed limit. And I think about it and go, this is kind of crazy and amazing that I can move at this speed with this degree of efficiency, and yet I can misjudge a corner, walk directly into the edge of it, and then stand there all bruised and aching, with my pride also being bruised and aching, and going, it's like I can't even stand upright. So, I'm not exactly sure why that is. Maybe it's because my 2 legs are less stable than the 4 wheels. Maybe it's because part of my brain recognizes the fact that I'm moving at an absolutely insane amount of speed that will absolutely kill me if I get it wrong, and therefore my body's defense mechanisms kick in and go, we're not going to die today, thank you, try not to die. And that would also explain why after you've been in a car for a while, you're all like, tensed up and you feel kind of exhausted because your body's fight or flight mechanism has been activated for however long you were in the car. And so if you're on some kind of long trip, like I'm going to go see my mom who lives on the other side of the country in a few weeks here. And when I do that, it's a 1.5 day car trip. I'm going to drive. I'm going to get up early in the morning and I'm going to drive for 12 to 15 hours, and then I'm going to get a hotel, sleep, get up, and then I'm going to drive for, another 5 hours or so. And so, with that in mind, I'm going to be sore AF when I get there. And yet, I will get there far less bruised than if I had simply walked from one end of my house to another. Why are we like this, people? I just don't get it.